Hey guys, Phil here at digitaldjtips.com with another Your Questions. And this question is from Mark in Newport, who says, Phil, I want to buy some CDJ-850s, or rather I wanted to, but then the XDJ-1000 came out and now I'm a bit confused over which one to go for. Mark went on to tell me how he's interested in using DJ software, but the most important thing for him is preparing himself for playing in the clubs in the future, so he wants the Pioneer feel. So let's have a look at them. They're both very similar, in fact. In layout, you'd be hard pushed to find many differences in the way they're laid out. The big differences are the lovely touchscreen on here, full color, really nice. It's getting close to the kind of size of an iPad mini or something like that. So a really lovely screen compared to a very basic screen on the 850. This one's networkable. There's a network cable on the back, which means that, well, loads of advantages to that. We'll touch on a couple of them. This one isn't. And the really big difference that you can't see from that angle is that this one's got a CD slot on it and this one hasn't. So no playing CDs on the new XDJ-1000. So which ones to go for? Now, they're both reasonably similar in price. They're both reasonably affordable, certainly relatively compared to the more expensive Pioneer gear. So if you do want to prepare yourself for playing in the clubs, they're a good choice. And they both work with certain DJ software. However, that's really where the similarities end, because with the XDJ-1000, out of the box, it works brilliantly with Serato DJ, and I mean brilliantly. I mean, your screen's going to work, your touch screen controllers are going to work. It's going to feel, a pair of these and a club mixer plugged into Serato DJ is going to feel like the best DJ controller you've ever used. That's coming for Traktor, Native Instruments have announced. So pretty solid stuff there compared to this one, which kind of works in a basic HID fashion with Serato DJ. Doesn't work at all with Traktor in that way and never will. They both work, of course, with Pioneer's Record Box, which is Pioneer's proprietary track preparation software. You plug in USBs or laptops, but again, this one is a lot better because of the touchscreen, because of the interactivity, because of the lovely waveforms and so on, and because of the fact you can network it together with another player or more players in order to control everything off one little USB stick with your music on. So basically, for software, you want to use it either with Record Box or with Traktor or Serato. There's a no-brainer here. You're going to want to go for this one. If you're not really interested in software and you think you're ever going to want to use CDs, then it's still this one. And also, if you really don't like the idea of a touch screen to control all the bits and pieces on it, you might want to think twice about buying these, because the cues and loops and so on, it's all up here. There's a little bit of stuff that's still around the outside, but a lot of it is now on the touch screen on the XDJ-1000, and that's not going to be for everyone. So what are your alternatives? If I've now sold you on this, but you don't like this touch screen idea and so on, what are your alternatives? Well, you can hang on for the XDJ-1000. I just made that model number up, but I bet it's coming, which will be the kind of top end version of this one. Has to be coming. Or right now you could go for the Pioneer XDJ-RX, and that is an all-in-one controller, but nonetheless it's got all the features of this built into it, and it is a lot cheaper. So if you don't want the touchscreen, but you want the kind of Pioneer brand and you want the Pioneer Record Box stuff, you might want to look at that one. So if it were me, if you were asking me which one I'd go for, I'm going to go for the XDJ-1000 every time. It feels a lot more like the kind of digital DJing that I love and that Digital DJ Tips is all about. And it's got all the best bits of this one minus the CD slot, which is becoming obsolete for most DJs anyway. So I hope that's helped you, Mark. If you want to ask a question on Your Questions, we picked the best questions from the Digital DJ Tips forum, which you can find at digitaldjtips.com/forum. You need to be a member to ask a question, but joining is free. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.